The NNSCRA Offline and Online Racing at its best presents Speed World. Stop number 28 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the final night race of the season as we're here at Charlotte Motor Speedway under the lights and the running of the Mellow Yellow 500s. We're set for 40 laps of action here at this mile-and-a-half racetrack here, the iconic mile-and-a-half racetrack right in the middle of downtown Concord, North Carolina. Actually, not downtown Charlotte, actually, but it's downtown Concord. But anyway, last time we were here at Charlotte, it was 60 laps of racing for the Coca-Cola 600. Today, we subtract 20 of those laps for a 500-mile race. So here we are today at Charlotte, and here's your starting lineup. On the pole at 178 miles an hour, it is Nathan Hudson on the pole for this event here in the 43 STP Pontiac, winner of the first Richmond race this season. He'll be alongside three-time winner so far, Jessica Shelton, the points leader coming in this race, and looks like a pretty good bet this season for the championship. Alongside row number 2, it's car number 25, Kyle Matthews, who won this season at Rockingham, the first Rockingham race. In fact, we'll be going to Rockingham next on the tour. And alongside him is the winner of the first North Wilkesboro race. It is Zachary Fitzwater, the 30 Pennzoil Pontiac. Row number 3, it's car number 90. It is Wyatt Quayle, a great qualifying run for him, and the number 90 Holly Myers Ford. He'll be alongside number 2, Dylan Young, in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford, car number 2. Dylan yet to win a race this season, oddly enough. Next we're down is car number 6, Seth Cullen, the Valvoline Ford. And it'll be Nathan Hudson's ride next season, by the way. The Valvoline Ford. He'll be alongside car number 15. It is Colin Cropley, who won the season at the first Darlington race and also the first Bristol race this season, the day race at Bristol, that is. Next we're down is Alex Miller, who got his first ever career win at Charlotte in this series. Here we got his first ever career win in this series at Charlotte, believe it or not, the 33 Skull Bandit Chevrolet. And number 71, it is Matt McIntyre, who won the second Richmond race this season. Next one is car number 4, Eric Monaco, the Kodak Film Chevrolet. He'll be back with us ride next season, as will car number 21, Quentin Moore. He's also back with his Sitco ride next season as well, too. Next one down is the man who won the second North Wilkesboro race this season, and finally shutting off that jinx he had this season. It is Caleb Fogler in car 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. And car 26, Daniel Voyle, sitting alongside the Quicker State Ford. Daniel will be back for this ride next season as well, too. And if Vogler chooses, he'll be back with the 24 car as well, too, for season 38. Next we're down is car number 40, Michael Turner in the Kendall Motor Oil Pontiac. And number 22, another Pontiac going for the Charlotte Sweep, Dylan Poteet. He won the 600 on this very same track this season. Next we're down is car number 8, second in points, Joshua Osborne, the number 8 Ray Best's Ford. Three-time winner so far this season, much like Jessica Shelton. He won at Talladega, Pocono, and at Martinsville. Next one down is the man who won the other Martinsville race, along also with the Pepsi 400. It is Nathan Orman. He'll be back with this ride next season, the 18 Interstate Barriers Chevrolet. Josh will be back with the number 8 Ray Best's car as well, too. Next one down is car number 28. It is Keith Batson, Texaco Haviland Ford. And number 41, it is Mitchell Hodak, the Meineke Mufflers Ford. Keith won this season at the first Dover event. Next one out is number 42, Bryce Egan, and number 81, JT Bryant. And number 16, Ali Liara. She'll be back with this ride next season as well, too, the Family Channel Ford. And number 19, Carson Gum. He'll be back with the 19 team next season as well, too. Next one down is number 1, Trent Dunham, and number 5, Phil Parker. Dunham won at Riverside, and Parker won at the Southern 500 at Darlington. Next one down is number 17. It is Reggie Fogelman, and number 27, Joshua Sakuli. Next round is number 77, Laura Chung, and all set for next season with the same ride, Cole Beaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet he won at Atlanta this season. Next round is number 10. It is Cat Batson, the Tide Ford, and number 98, Emmanuel Hartnett in the Finger Hut Ford. Next round is Destin Bowen in car number 12, and number 31, Alex Hawkins, who had a terrific run the last race on the tour at North Wilkesboro. He finished 5th in that race. Next round is number 9, Ryan Brommer, and number 23, Eric Sadler, who had a great run at Martinsville this season, the second Martinsville race. And starting shotgun is number 75, Zach Winkle, and number 7, Paul Minnick. That is your starting lineup for this event here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I will say this too, for the championship points battle, if Jessica Shelton ends up finishing ahead of Osborne, Let's say if Shelton wins. Command's been given the party engines here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. If Shelton can win here today at Charlotte, though, she'll definitely put the championship battle out of reach for sure. If she can pull it off here today, or at least finish way ahead of Osborne. Pace car leads around for the pace up, but we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. In the turn 3 they go here as the pace car leads them around for the green flag here. Next time they come off turn number 4, they'll be nearing 100. They'll be nearing 185 miles an hour approximately here on this track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Nathan Hudson, the Pontiac on the pole, and Jessica Shelton, number 11, Bubba's report alongside as the green flag flies and boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. And ever since we had switched to the Charlotte 1994 Coca-Cola 600 version here in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, we have seen some terrific racing here at this track. Every time we go to Charlotte for the 600 or the 500, whichever one, or the All-Star race for that fact. Nathan Hudson takes the lead on the break as they come off turn number 4 now. Kyle Matthews up to second position in number 25. And Wyatt Quayle triumphant at number 3 spot. One of the drivers contending for Rookie of the Year this season. We mentioned Alex Miller got his very first Castrol GTX Cup Series win right here at Charlotte. Wyatt Quayle, he could possibly do the same thing here today if he can pull this one off there in the Heilig Myers Ford. And Charlotte, for some reason, has been known for first-time winners in some ways. In some ways in this series, I should say. Miller was not the only driver to ever do so. I think Matt McIntyre got his first ever win at Charlotte. I'm not sure if it was Charlotte or North Wilkesboro, one of the two. But again, Wyatt Quayle, he could surprise. He led the second lap, by the way, the 178.333 mile an hour average so far. And the last lap by the leader was. Let's see what the last lap for the leader this time by is. Alex Miller will lead his first lap of the day. And that last lap by for Miller, 187.175 miles an hour. Remember, I said they qualified at 178 miles an hour. Well, this is much like Talladega and Daytona. Here the draft makes the cars much faster, obviously. Of course, except you don't usually typically use hear the term drafting at Charlotte, but anyway, that's how it is usually on a track like this. Eric Monaco led the last time by, and this time by Caleb Fogler leads the lap here in the Jeff Gordon cars. Remember, he won at North Wilkesboro this season, the Tyson Holly Farms 400. The first North Wilkesboro race was won by Zachary Fitzwater, the first Union 400. And Michael Turner, the number 40 Kendall Motor Oil Chevrolet, Pontiac, I should say, goes to the top spot. That car will be back next season, but not sure about the driver of the number 40 car. We'll find out next season when season 38 comes. And Turner was able to prevent Joshua Osborne from leading a lap. That would have given him 1 bonus point for leading a lap. And you also get 1 additional bonus point for the driver who leads the most laps in any given event. But Michael Turner leads him down. Keith Batson, car number 28, is battling for second position with the 42 of Bryce Egan. Egan, another driver battling for Rookie of the Year. That 42 car, by the way, Melly Yellow will jump ship from that team next season, and it'll be Coors Light sponsor, and Kyle Matthews will be back behind the wheel of the 42 machine next season. And remember, and some people ask me, why is Kyle Matthews in the 25 car instead of the 42? Well, according to Kyle, his favorite scheme from 1994 was the Ken Schrader colors from that year. So Kyle gets to drive the Ken Schrader car this season for Hendrick Motorsports. That 25 car, by the way, will be Colin Cropley next season with the Budweiser colors. And for the season 38, when we go to Cup 98, the 1995 Winston Cup car set. And Trent Dunham, he's all set for next season as well, too. The number 1 Skull Ford, it'll still be Skull, it'll still be Ford, it'll still be number 1, but a different paint scheme for next season as well, too. So So Trent Dunham, who won the season at Riverside, on the road course at Riverside, he is now the leader, well, led the last time by. Now it is Reggie Fogelman, car 17, to the top spot now in the Western Auto Chevrolet. Down the low side now comes car number 77, Laura Chung. The U.S. Air Jasper Engines Ford. That car will be back next season as well too, but the driver uncertain on who the driver will be. And you'll see the Tide number 10 next season as well too, except it will not be Kat Batson behind the wheel. She'll be a team car to Keith Batson in the Haviland colors next season. Camera mix up right there. But there'll be a second Haviland car next season. It'll be car number 88 it'll be car number 88. So she'll be a teammate to her husband Keith for Robert Yates Racing next season. Destin Bowen led his first ever race, and that car will have straight arrow mane and tail next season as a sponsor of that car. So that car that went unsponsored all season long, pretty much. And we still got 3 races left to go out of the season. By the way, after this, we got Rockingham, we got Phoenix, and we got the finale at Atlanta. But the 12 car has had some impressive performances this season, although the point standing does not indicate that. And you'll see the Kellogg's Cornflakes number 5 next season as well too. And the same driver, Phil Parker, will be back behind the wheel of this machine next season. All set for season 38. And you see JT Bryant, card 81. He's had some great runs this season in that TIC Financial Systems machine. We talk about possible first-time winners. Well, JT Bryant can be another one here if he can pull it off here today at Charlotte. And that car has run very, very well the last few races as well, too, this season. So, and that car will have a new sponsor next season, by the way, with Spur D as a sponsor on the Philmar Racing number 81. No word on whether JT Bryant comes back behind the wheel of this machine as well, too, though. Off the fourth turn, Nathan Hudson, the pole sitter, will lead this lap right there. Zachary Fitzwater, he's all set for next season with this very machine, the 30 Pennzoil car. He'll be back behind the wheel of this machine next season. Nathan Hudson, as we mentioned, he'll be switching over to the car that's right it's on the inside of him. Seth Cohen, car number 6, the Valvoline Ford. That Valvoline Ford will be Nathan Hudson next season behind the wheel of that machine. As far as Seth Colwell, we'll see where he'll end up next season as well, too. But Seth Cole does have 2 wins in the Valvoline car this season, by the way, too. He won at the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. He also won the night race at Bristol this season. Seth led his lap here at Charlotte as Ali Liara now goes to the top spot. Well, was in the top spot. Now here comes Bryce Egan to the low side. And he'll take the lead from Ali as they come up to turn number 4. Now, as far as where Bryce Egan goes after this number 42 machine, well, we'll see what he ends up next season as well, too. Much like the driver behind him, Michael Turner. And Keith Batson, he'll be back with this ride next season, the 28 Texaco Haviland car. But word for season 39 that he'll be going to the 88. He'll be going to the 88 team next season, for season 39, I should say. Cat Batson will be driving the 88 next season, the number 88 Texaco Haviland Ford. Keith will still be driving the Texaco Haviland 28 next season as well, too. Unless Keith messages me and tells me different on this, by the way, too. Anyway, Keith Batson did win this season. He won at the first Dover event, despite being crashed, despite being involved in a crash in that event, by the way, the first Dover event, and still won the race with a hood buckle on that number 28 Texaco Haviland car, amazingly enough. We'll say that car had one strong engine under the hood that very day at Dover, but I'll tell you what, but Keith Batson would like to win one unscathed this season. So as they come off the second turn now, Michael Turner led the last time by. Trent Dunham trying to go inside and try to take the lead this time by Ryan Brommer, car number 9. Not sure where Ryan Brommer's going to end up next season, but that number 9 car, the Orkin Pest Control sponsorship, goes away on that car next season. And it'll be Spam as a sponsor on that car next season. And you'll see the Hardy's 31 next season as well too, but not sure on the driver yet. And another car whose sponsorship goes away as well too is a couple of cars back of that 26 machine. That's the 98 car of Emmanuel Hartnett. Not sure where he's going to go next season too, but Fingerhut will jump ship from that team next season as well too, and that car will go to. But here, that's the bad news for that team, but the good news for that team, RCA will be a sponsor of that number 98 car for season 38. Hartnett right now is in the top 10 right now. He's trying for 7th place right now in that number 98 car. Right there behind Daniel Voiles in car 26, and you'll see Daniel Voiles back in that car next season as well too, the Quaker State Ford. Right now, Brommer and Dunham side by side for the lead now as they go through turns into turn number 3. Already past halfway home. 20 down and 20 to go. This right here will be 21 down and 19 to go here at Charlotte. And Dunham squeaked by the lead that time by. But Ryan Brommer's not giving up without a fight. Alex Hawkins trying to go inside the number 31 machine as he may have a shot at making it 3 wide. Brommer does not quite have the oomph to get by Dunham for the time being here, but he might this time by. Let's see what happens here. Whoa, who led that lap at the line there? I think it was Dunham again. Yes, it was by just a wink. And now Brommer, he may have a chance to go by us this time by down the backstretch here, but Dunham's car's been running well on the high side for some reason right there. He gets that shot off the second corner, and then he'll just pulls ahead in the turns 3 and 4. And who leads this time? This time, 9 and the 1 this time by. It's again Dunham at the line. This looks like a 185-mile-an-hour pace lap here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. But Ryan Brommer not giving up in that number 9 machine right there as he wants to, as he goes through turns number 3 and 4 now. You'll see the Heilig Myers number 90 car again next season as well too. As I know we're 3 races left in the season. We're not talking silly season news right there, but today all night long so far. But that number 90 car, not sure who the driver will be next season on that number 90 car. Wyatt Quayle currently the driver right now. He's currently trying for the top 10 right now. He is running in. He was running 11th the last time by, and on that machine. That 90 car will be back next season as well too. With Heilig Myers sponsor the 19 car. We'll have Health Source next season on as a sponsor on that machine. With Carson Gum still driving the car. He'll still be in the number 19 machine. When we talk about our current points leader right now, Jessica Shelton, the number 11 Budweiser Ford. Budweiser will jump ship from that 11 team and will go to Colin Cropley in the number 25 car next season for Hendrick Motorsports. As far as Jessica is concerned, well, she will be going to the number 94 McDonald's car next season. Except it will not be the primary sponsor Bill Elliott drove in 1995, but it will be the Thunder. It'll be the McDonald's Batman Forever Thunderbat that Jessica will be driving next season. So, as far as the number 11 car is concerned, we'll have Lowe's Home Improvement as the sponsor of the car for season 38. But 3 wins so far for Jessica Shelton, and she has been absolutely terrific in that machine. Of course, she's terrific about everywhere she goes on the tour. She right now runs 16th position. Joshua Osborne, current second place runner in the points, well, he right now sits 30th at the moment. So Jessica, again, looking for another points harvest as the season goes along. And we mentioned Kyle Matthews right there behind Jessica, the number 25 car. Well, that car will be, as we mentioned, Budweiser will be with the 25 team next season. Kyle Matthews, we mentioned, will be going to the number 42 team next season with Coors Light. He'll have 3 paint schemes for that season 38 here. He'll have 2 primary schemes for the Coors Light team, and he'll have the Halloween scheme he'll run at next season's AC Delco 400 at Rockingham. And Eric Monaco, you'll see him back in this car next season as well too. You'll see him back in the number 4 Kodak Film Machine. In fact, all the Chevrolet teams will be going to Chevy Monte Carlos next season as well too. This is the last race. This is the last race in a while in this series, at least. You'll see them run the Chevy Luminas. But the top 2 is not changed at all. It's still Brommer and Dunham going out of here, and I'm surprised the 31 car has not been able to make a 3 wide at all. A track like Charlotte, though, it may be risky to go 3 wide, though. And Brommer, I tell you, they figure if Brommer can just pull ahead of Dunham, may see some more racing here. I tell you what, that 9 car, like I said, he is not giving up at all, and he may finally get the lead back right there. But Dunham again squirts off that second corner. He just does that every time. And of course, and some of you may ask, why is the high line being the long way around can give you more momentum? Well, it's because of the banking of the track here. The banking of the track is 24 degrees in banking, but the track is 24 degrees of banking here at Charlotte, though. And and the high line is the long way around. But the advantage you have here is that you come off the corner on the high side here in the side-by-side battle. It gives you more momentum and more straightaway speed off turn 2 or turn 4, as we come off to right now. And we have now 7 laps remaining in the event. Trent Dunham on his way to trying to become his second driver to win his second this season. But that's how it works on a track like Charlotte, or a track like Charlotte, or even Atlanta, where we head to about 3 races from now for the season finale for the Napa Auto Parts 500. And still side by side every time here. This is like I said, 185-mile-an-hour pace lap here at Charlotte Motorsports. Trent Dunham, I think, is about clinched the Motorsports for leading the most laps right now. He has led several consecutive laps. Dylan Poteet, there you see him, number 22. He will be back with us ride next season, the number 22 machine, but it will have MB&A as a sponsor on the number 22 on the Pontiac instead of Maxwell House. Maxwell House will jump ship from that team as well, too. And MB&A will be the sponsor of that car. As far as the STP-43, you'll see that car back as well, too. But we'll see who the driver is. Hudson will not be back at that ride. We'll see who will drive the 43 next season as well, too. Dylan Young, he's all set for this team next season as well too. The Miller Genuine Draft 4, you'll see him back behind that car as well. So, a good look. Trent Dunham pulling him back ahead now of Ryan Brommer as they go through turns number 3 and 4. And Dunham now has about 3 laps remaining now. Alex Hawkins still trying to get by. I'm not sure. Turner now trying to pull ahead of Brommer as they go through turns number 3 and 4 now, as Dunham sees 2 laps to go this time by. Michael Turner up ahead trying to pull ahead of the 9 car of Ryan Brommer. We mentioned he won at Riverside this season. Trent Dunham did as he won on the road course there. looking for his second of the season, but Michael Turner looking for his very first win in the series. We just talk about first-time winners, possibly at Charlotte. Michael Turner could pull that off. He doesn't go to white flag is flown. And here comes Turner to the low side in turns number 1 and 2, and he's got the lead. Michael Turner, the Kendall Motor Oil Pontiac out in front. Dunham, does he make a move down through turns number 3 and 4? Dunham, crossover move to the low side. Here they come up the fourth turn there. The Dunham on the low side, Turner on the high side. They're side by side to the line. It's going to be Trent Dunham to the line. He will win the Mellow Yellow 500 at Charlotte. Trent Dunham gets his second victory of the season. He wins the Mellow Yellow 500 in a dramatic last lap that was. And I thought for a second there Michael Turner had the race won right there after he made the pass through turns number 3 and 4, or Turner made the pass through 1 and 2. And that about almost reminded me of, well, actually, I don't know what race that I was going to say reminded me of the 2005 Coca-Cola 600 when Jimmy Johnson made the last lap move on Bobby Labonte, but wasn't quite that way if I remember that race correctly. But anyway, but Trent Dunham, his second victory of the season, he did lead the most laps right there. And I'll tell you what, battling between him and Ryan Brommer, those for about almost half the race at Charlotte. But he wins at caution-free, average speed 185.351 miles an hour. Second place goes to Michael Turner, oh so close to getting his very first win in this series. And how about Alex Hawkins, third place for that number 20, for that number 31. Hardy's machine, his second straight top 5 finish, if I remember correctly, as well, too. The Hardy's team. So I tell you, Hawkins may have something in the last 3 races as well, too. Daniel Voiles comes home in with a 4th place run. 5th goes to Ryan Brommer. A good run for him. I tell you what, that 9 team, they did not give up at all in trying to get that very first win this season. They did not give up at all. But just didn't quite have the car to do so. Emmanuel Hartnett with a nice 6th place run here today. 7th goes to Keith Batson. 8th goes to Cole Deaver. 9th goes to Ali Liara. And 10th place goes to the pole sitter, Nathan Hudson. And look at the margin of victory. 49 thousandths of a second at the start-finish line. Excuse me. 185.351, the average speed here today. Here, we'll give you the rest of the finishing order here. Bryce Egan finishes in 11th position with the Mellow Yellow car. And how about Destin Bowen? 12th place with the number 12 car. It matches the car finishing position, matches the car number. Carson Gum, 13th. Matt McIntyre comes home 14th. Joshua Sakuli with a nice 15th place finish. 16th goes to Cat Batson. 17th to Phil Parker. 18th to Quentin Moore. Colin Cropley, 19th. And 20th goes to Dylan Poteet. 21st to JT Bryant. 22nd, Laura Chung. 23rd to Wyatt Quayle. Dylan Young, 24th. 25th goes to Seth Cole. Caleb Vogler comes home 26th. 27th goes to Zachary Fitzwater. Reggie Fogelman, 28th. Jessica Shelton, not a good day for her. She finishes 29th. That's the bad news for Jessica Shelton. Good news for Jessica Shelton. She still finishes ahead of Joshua Osborne. We'll tell you where he finished here as we go through the order. Nathan Orman, 30th position. 31st goes to Mitchell Hodak. 32nd, Kyle Matthews. 33rd, Eric Monaco. 34th goes to Alex Miller. Paul Minnick, 35th. Joshua Osborne, second place in the points, comes home 36th in the final running order. So Jessica Shelton continues to pad her lead in the points chase as well, too. Kyle Matthews was 3rd place in the points, by the way. So he might close a little bit on Osborne as well, too, points-wise there. But not like it was where there. We still have, it's 1 point per position. So Matthews was quite a bit behind Osborne, as a matter of fact, too, points-wise, in trying to take 2nd place. Zach Winkle comes home 37th, and Eric Sadler comes home in last place, 38th. So all the cars finished here today, and all of them finished on the lead lap. And so that will do it here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Congratulations once again to Trent Dunham, the winner of the Mellow Yellow 500. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got interests, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the industry Seth Cole desires to have for his show, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Next Gen Cup Series and Duracell Ultra Light Series, the 2 main series on this channel. And if you want in on future seasons of the NNSCRA Duracell Next Gen Cup Series or the Duracell Ultra Light Series, be sure to get with Seth and he will get you going on that. Also, be sure to check out other channels check out other channels from the NNSCRA community, including the We the Coasters channel, a channel from Kyle Matthews and Dylan Young. If you are a roller coaster / theme park / amusement park enthusiast, then be sure to check out the We the Coasters channel. You will not regret doing so. So that will do it here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. For now, it's James Gwalson. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline and online racing at its best. We'll see you at Rockingham, North Carolina for the AC Delco 400.